Welcome to episode 2 of the Java with AI series. This episode will cover how to use Windsurf's chat feature to understand code that others have written. So the reason why we're going to be studying this topic in this video here is because most of the time, as a professional software engineer, you won't be writing your own code, your own solutions from scratch. Instead, you'll be extending solutions that others have already started to build. And before you actually start building on others' work, you'll have to read it and understand it. So that's why it's important to know how to effectively read others' code so that it's more easy to understand and extend. So here, as you can see, we have some code that we don't really know what it does at first glance. So here you can see we have a list of what looks to be email addresses, and then it somehow just converts them to alex@gmail.com and bob@yahoo.com. But we don't really know how it's doing that because this code inside each of the methods looks pretty complicated here. It uses concepts that we don't really know yet. So it seems like all of this code here is kind of confusing to us. So we might need an explanation of how it works in order to actually improve it or keep working on it. So you might notice here that above this class advanced demo that contains all this code, there's an explain button. And we hover over it, it says it's going to explain the class advanced demo to us, which is good. So we can click that. And then it'll automatically tell the AI we want this class explained, and it'll generate an explanation for us. So in this explanation, you can see it breaks down each of the methods here. So firstly, process user data, and it also explains it applies a series of stream operations to filter out null or empty entries inside of this list of emails right here, and basically make sure all the email addresses are valid. And then the main method has a list of dirty email addresses, dirty data containing email addresses, as well as other invalid values. And then it calls the process user data method up here to actually clean it up and only return valid email addresses. So you can see that this explanation actually reveals to us not only what the code is doing, but also how it's doing it and why it's doing it in this manner. And even if we don't like something about the response that the AI gave to us, it's always good to remember that Windsurf is a conversational AI. It's not just an AI where you give it a prompt and then it'll tell you something. You can actually send follow-up questions if you want something to be clarified or you want some more explanation on a specific part of the code. So for example, let's say we're still kind of confused on all these stream operations that are occurring here. So now we can tell the AI, could you explain the series of stream operations in more detail using a real-world analogy to help me understand it. And then we can send this. And then it'll give us a real-world analogy to make it easier to understand. So firstly, the filter sorts the toys into piles. Map cleans up the toys. This first map with string, 2 colons, and trim. And then the map with 2 lowercase categorizes the toys based on their size. And then converts them all to lowercase. And then there's another filter that sorts the toys into different piles based on their size, and then only takes the toys that match our specific criteria here. And then distinct removes duplicates, sorted arranges them in a specific order, and then finally collect puts them inside a package for us to easily access. So you can see how these stream operations might not have been very clear, this explanation earlier, but if a part of the explanation isn't clear, then we can continue asking the AI more about it, and we can ask it to provide us with an analogy or some visuals to guide us as well. So it's great that we can ask Windsurf to explain specific parts of the code to us, but we can also ask it to rebuild the same code by making use of simpler concepts so that it's more easy to recognize advanced patterns in the future. So in this example we have here, we can ask Windsurf to rewrite the process user data method to use simpler concepts like loops and conditional statements so that it's more easy for us to understand. And so now here we have a simplified version of the process user data method. So we can create a new Java file here. It will contain the simplified code. So now we have to fix the class name. And then we have to import array list as well. And then we also have to place the email regular expression back in because the AI actually forgot to put that in. So it shows how this is also a good example to show how AI isn't perfect at rewriting code. Sometimes it could miss something important. So it's always good to look through the code and check if it actually looks correct or not. So now if we were to run the Java code, you can see it works exactly the same way, except this time it uses classic for loops and if statements, which are concepts we learned about earlier in the Java Basics series. And it's much more simple than these repeated stream methods from earlier. So if we really wanted to compare this simpler code to the more advanced code that we had before, then what we can actually do is drag this simpler code file here and then put it on the left hand side of this middle panel here. And then you can see it creates a split screen view. And if we were to zoom out, then we can more clearly see both the code files inside of the same screen. So we can look at the differences between the two and the similarities between the two. And we can also determine which part of the code serves what purpose on both of the files here. And if we wanted to revert the split screen back to normal, we can just drag one of the files back over to the other side. So now let's cap off the second video of the series with a challenge. So this challenge actually requires you to look online for a small snippet of Java code that looks really complicated and you're not able to fully understand. So then, once you've found that piece of code, you can paste it into VS Code and ask Windsurf to explain it. And you can also ask it follow-up questions or to simplify the code for you if you want to dive deeper into part of the code. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to look out for the next episode where we'll learn how to quickly eliminate bugs and errors inside of our code.